Welcome back, guys. Today we're gonna get the oil change done on the Vet. That should be the last thing. Last time I test drove the car after getting the rear end in, noticed the oil pressure was a little low. I'm hoping it's gonna be a stopped up filter, but we'll see. Hopefully nothing's too bad. I don't want to have to build another engine. Alright, so get light on down so that way they can see. Alright. So as in every oil change, this is probably going to make a mess at first, but it's alright. It's what we got the mats down for.
Dude, you don't even have close to the right size socket.
No. Never have the right size socket.
Literally never.
What's that look like, Dom?
18.
18.
Or a 3/4.
18 millimeter. 3/4.
It's definitely somewhere between a 12 and a 21.
Way off. 7/8.
Oh man.
It's like just about as I do, Tom.
Whatever. GoPro makes it look smaller.
Eventually we'll get it.
So just to bring y'all up to speed, we're going to be doing an oil inspection with this change. So we'll be cutting open the oil filter to look for metal fragments, debris of any kind. We've got a nice clean drain pan so we can inspect the oil. Same thing, look for any bearing fragments or anything like that. We're hoping the low oil pressure situation is pretty much just a stopped up oil filter, because we have to run a smaller size oil filter on this engine because of the headers. So, but given the situation,
I quit.
what do you reckon? What all you got there? Is it a 13/16?
Nope.
It's got to be something. What do we have here? 19? Not that.
Alright, whatever. It's a 13/16.
Hey, 21.
Oh. I hate engine oil.
You know, it's not too bad on this stuff. I mean, the cost of the oil really sucks.
Yeah.
Nice and thick.
Check that. See if it's
Is this magnetic?
should be.
I don't feel anything gritty. Notice this oil is it's kind of sticky. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with bar and chain oil, but see how it kind of sticks to your fingers when you pull them apart? I wonder if that's...
Is it the zinc that's in it? That's making it do it? Because Brad Penn's zinc and phosphorus in it. I don't know what that exactly means, but it's got it in it.
I know those are metals, I think.
Put metals in oil?
Yep.
It's kind of weird.
They're slippery metals. I don't feel any chunkage.
What's it smell like?
It smells expensive.
It's so sticky.
It is.
It smells clean, actually.
It really does.
That only makes me just slightly more nervous. To give you all a little history, last time we had low oil pressure, I had spun main bearings and a broken main cap. Had no clue, just low oil pressure. Went down the track, it was dropping, so we shut it down, got it to the house. Was gonna do a rear main seal on it because it started leaking, and we dropped the oil pan and found a broken main cap. So good thing is the bottom end held together on that last pass, or we'd just be showing pictures of a crashed car.
Yeah, definitely could have been a lot worse. One more pass and it probably would have been catastrophic. Between the oil pickup and the bottom of the oil pan, this is an extra capacity, either a 7 or an 8 quart oil pan. And it does have a deeper sump pickup from Moroso, which is actually the cause of the last engine failure. It was welded to the pump and the welds broke. Don't know how that happened. So we're going to be checking that clearance, make sure. Moroso recommends between 3/8 to a 1/2 inch clearance between the bottom of the oil pump pickup and the bottom of the sump. So hopefully we're within that range.
That's why Dom's around. I just know it's supposed to be an oil.
I mean, yeah, that too. Yeah. So also a bit of confusion with this engine as it doesn't have a proper dipstick tube. So not exactly sure where the oil level needs to be. So if any of you guys know roughly how far from the bottom of the oil pan flange where it meets the block the oil should be, you go ahead and drop that in a comment.
So much oil.
Seems to have a lot in it. Of course, it's 2050 and it's chilly, so it's taking its time.
I guess we could have heated it up a little bit, but I just didn't want to risk running it below oil pressure.
Yeah, 20 psi is nowhere near the oil pressure this engine should have. So, well, let's
If this one's broken, we're going junkyard LS motor.
I mean, that's what all the cool kids are doing.
So still a Cleveland in it.
We do have one of those. You know, when I was a kid, I told my buddy he had a Corvette. I told him when I was older I was going to have a Corvette with a 351 Windsor in it just to piss off all the purists. One day.
Need to get. I guess I think I'll run this plug back in it. Stop that from going drippy drippy.
Yeah, we waited about 40 minutes and it's still dripping, so, you know, it's good enough.
Alright, so.
Hey, why don't you go ahead and torque that?
Whatever, Tom.
Hey, man, I don't know if you forget as many things as I do, but,
I don't know. Apparently, I can't even figure out what size nuts on my oil pan, so.
we got there. We got there.
Alright.
It's totally a bolt, but whatever.
Whatever, Tom. Now, see if I can get up to this oil filter. This is a great location for an oil filter. For those of you who are dealing with these cars and have tight headers, you know the same feeling. It'd be nice to be able to afford a remote located oil filter, but
You got that wrench in there? You got it backwards, bro.
whatever, Tom.
How many times are you gonna say that? I'm just here.
As many times as you have to correct me, that's all.
I'm just trying to help. I'm just here for you, brother.
Alright, I quit. I don't want to work on cars anymore. I'll get this off here eventually. Maybe. Or not, or maybe it's just part of the race car now.
There you go. It's custom for sure.
I'll get this on here. Oh, there we go. All right.
Removal is opposite of installation.
All right, here we go. Let's try it this way.
You got it.
Is this the right way, Dom?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Look at that. That wasn't over torqued at all. Good job. I don't know if any of y'all are those people that like to over torque an oil filter, but I'm not a fan of those people.
Well, we had that problem once where the oil filter wouldn't come off. You remember that?
On this?
Yeah.
That was the original motor, wasn't it?
Yep. First oil filter on the original motor.
I think I do.
So one of the issues we frequently had with this is because we have to use such a small oil filter because the header clearance, that after a few passes it tends to not be happy. And to those of you who can do this without getting oil anywhere, I applaud you. I've never been able to make that happen.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people.
Yeah. Good thing is I have a nice array of rags to clean things up.
Man, that oil is some green alien snot looking shit. Sticky and drippy.
Alright, now how do I get this oil?
It looks like forward, maybe? I don't know. Oh, hey, there you go. Yep, nope, yep, nope. From the top.
Believe it or not, I've done oil changes on this before. I can't ever remember how to get it out. Oh, I remember now. Dom, you want to grab that?
Oh, is it from the bottom?
Yeah.
Through there?
Yep.
Oh, sideways.
Yep.
Hang on.
With all the mess making happen.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right up the hoodie sleeve. Oh, that's my favorite. All right.
Get a clean rag, we'll wipe that area down.
Can't wait till we cut this open. Woo-wee. That is, that's some good stuff right there.
Oh, shit, it's everywhere. Is the O-ring on the top of that filter?
That is an outstanding question. It is not. Have to find it.
Got it. Go ahead and cut the camera back on. Let me see it real quick.
Cut it off.
Right here.
There you go.
So guys, one thing when you're doing an oil change, whether it's a race car or anything else, always make sure, as you can see, the O-ring is missing from the top of here versus where you can see on the new filter, you've got that nice O-ring gasket around it. Always make sure that comes off or you'll never get it to seal. As you can tell on this one, if I can get the camera to show you light, it stayed attached. So always make sure you check that.
I think it'll be fine if you just change the angle. There we go.
Alright. Now that we've got our alien snot wiped off the car, make sure everything's good. I'm sure it'll only smoke a little when the exhaust gets warm. I don't think I can get all that off there, but she should be ready. Let's cut this filter open and see what we got. Oh.
We've got a highly technical procedure for doing this. You folks are gonna love it. Need a hammer? Where's your baby sledge?
They're in the drawer level for hammers. And pliers and
Hammers. There's hammers. There's no baby sledge. I mean, there's a regular hammer. That should work. So I mean, if you rip open the side, you should be able to get in there with the channel locks and just rip it open.
So just bust down the side of it?
That's what I'd do. Don't hurt me. For those of you that don't know, there's a tool for this. It's like a can opener thing.
Yeah. Remember, we budget.
You can stab me with that screwdriver. I know it's fine.
I would like not to.
You heard it here first, folks. Oh no, rumble down. There goes $2.
Keep in mind, if you're going to bang on your bench, you might want to make sure all your stuff's secured.
Good sturdy bench.
For those of you watching who are critiquing my method, I've never opened an oil filter before, so. Also never built a drag car, put a 4.6 in a Fox, so.
Learning new things. I think you can probably pry up one side, get your channel locks in there, and then just rip it open like a beer can.
Watch the fingers.
Fingies. This is a...
I'm gonna cut myself.
Yeah, this is literally a terrible idea. Whose idea was this, Sean? It was mine.
Just want to make sure I don't have no bearing material on the filter.
Oh, no. I think it's a great idea to cut open the oil filter. I think the technique is the problem. It should rip open.
We have flaws in our techniques. It's okay.
I've seen my brother remove an entire dash this way.
What's that?
Like when he was like 13.
It took some dedication.
Yeah. We were a whole other level of poor.
Alright, is it going? Alright, so we've got the filter cut open enough. And basically what we're looking for is anything inside. I don't know what the technical term for these are. What are these called, Dom?
I would assume pleats.
Alright, so looking inside these, we'll call them pleats, to see if there's anything that looks like metal material, maybe from anything in the block, maybe main bearing material, you know, just anything that doesn't look like it's just filtering out oil. I don't see anything. I'm not a expert, but I don't see anything that draws concern for that. So at this point, we're going to hope that the oil filter's just blocked up. It didn't run long on low oil pressure, so hopefully we get lucky, get us a new filter in it, get some new oil in it, fire it up, and hopefully we've got good oil pressure. Alright guys, so we're gonna try it, see what happens. Hopefully we got some oil pressure. Dom, you wanna give me a battery? Well, as we can tell, we got plenty of oil pressure now, so hopefully everything's all right with the car. Hopefully tracks start opening up when we have a little bit of weather and we don't all get quarantined. Sure would be terrible to have to make 60-foot passes in some mud in the backyard. So y'all stay tuned, I'll let you know what's happening.